All season long, we've been riding high at Fulham Football Club. We are in a tremendous position. We've been sitting in a European place for pretty much the entire season. We are making another monster run in the FA Cup, about to take on Everton at Wembley Stadium in the semi-finals. We've got 5 matches left. We've got a tough run-in with Manchester United in third coming up, followed by Liverpool in second, and we all get to do it with a backup goalkeeper. We can't have nice things. Welcome back, everyone, to episode number 80 of Bottom to the Top. I'm Mr. Cellophane. I hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day. 5 matches left in the Premier League season, a chance at Europe on the line, and a cup semi-final against Everton at Wembley Stadium, somewhere we were 2 years ago when we met up with Arsenal. The difference is this time they think we're going to win. However, we are doing it without Nikola Shavlina, gone for the rest of the season, just a couple of days before the Spurs match, which we'll talk about in just a minute. He picked up a hip injury in training. He's out for the next 2 months. So our man in net now is our man in net from a couple of years ago. He won the championship for us. We hope he can win the FA Cup for us this year. Vladan Kovacevic is back in goal. His contract runs out at the end of the year. We are probably not renewing him. This is his swan song. He has made 4 appearances so far in the league, kept a clean sheet, conceded 4. That game against Tottenham, again, we'll talk about it in just a minute. Is he good enough to get us over the hump? I sure hope so. Since we were last together, in the final game that Shavlina was able to play, we were able to hang on and pull out a 2-1 victory at Carrow Road against Norwich. Then we returned home once again against Spurs, a team that we had just beaten 2-1 in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. That was a 1-1 draw. We did take an early 1-0 lead before letting Spurs back in the match and just could not get the offense firing in the second half to get over the top and come away with all 3 points. We currently find ourselves in 5th place on the table. Manchester City has played the games in hand they had on us and now have a 4-point lead over us, currently sitting in 4th place. Based on this year's European competitions, it looks like the extra coefficient spot is going to England, or at least one of them is, which means that 5th place may be good enough for Champions League play. I mean, are we ready to make the jump all the way into the Champions League? That I don't know, but it will mean that most likely 7 teams are going to Europe, so we are in a pretty good position. We're currently 3 points ahead of Chelsea. We have a game in hand on them. 6 points over Sunderland, currently sitting in 7th, and a 10-point lead with a game in hand over Brighton in 8th. But our primary focus right now is Everton. They expect a sellout, 90,000, which I think does favor the Toffees. They do play in a much larger building than we do. It's going to be Kovacevic in goal, Alex Guest, Bichiabu, Akahoman, and Fresneda on the back line. Craig Ross anchoring the midfield behind Marco Morales and Tom Burford. Tyus Magno getting the start on the left-hand side. Omega up the middle. Federico Guerrero on the right. We are favored to win this match, but we have not fared excellently against Everton this year. Drew them 0-0 in match week 3 at home. Then on the road, lost 2-1 near the beginning of the year. With Tom Burford with a long throw in, finding Ross at the corner of the box. Back for Burford, chipping it, looking far post. He's got Magno, who can't get his head on it. Did it hit the hand? Yes, it did. The spot has been indicated. VAR is just reviewing this quickly, and they have awarded a penalty. So 7.5 minutes into this match, Tyus Magno is going to step up and take his shot at putting us ahead, and he will deliver. Gets Ramiro to guess incorrectly. 4th goal of the year, and Fulham taking a early 1-0 lead. I mean, to be fair, there was a pretty good shot that Magno was going to make the play on the back post anyway, but right off of the kickoff. Everton with the ball. Holm has it along the near side. He was responsible for that handball. Runs into traffic and plays it back to Akhmedovich. Jared Branthwaite still on the side. No Nathan Patterson. Branthwaite and Amadou Onana, the only original Toffees in this starting lineup. Guest winning the header, playing it for Magno up the sideline into the middle. Marco Morales throwing it ahead. He's got Tom Burford in the box, who run on the half volley is able to poke it past Ramiro for his 10th goal in all competitions. Fulham 2, Toffees 0. Magno, great hold-up play, gets his defender to kind of overcommit, give him the space to make the pass to Morales, who perfectly picks out Tom Burford. His left foot past Ramiro. Ramiro couldn't even make a move for it. He was just naturally out of position, expecting, I think, Burford to take a touch forward rather than just deliver the ball on the volley. We've played 20 minutes. And Everton with a corner opportunity looking for home back post. Guest is going to clear that away. Motor will track it down. Plays it forward. Amadou Onana, Branthwaite to Motor. Motor with the long drive. Kovacevic is going to get a fingertip on that one. Knock it wide. Another corner chance for Everton. This one coming from the near side. Dwight McNeil. Almost forgot about Dwight McNeil. Sending it in past Kovacevic. But Fresneda able to rocket that out of the zone and clear to mute whatever danger there may have been. 3 shots to 3. It's 2-0. Bichiabu, what a save by Ramiro off of the corner kick. I guess he missed it and it just hit the post. So often it looks like the goalkeeper will make a save and I end up being wrong 78% of the time. Couple of minutes remaining in this first half. Fulham 6 shots to 3, but most importantly, 2 goals to none. Tyus Magno from the penalty spot. 2 minutes later, Tom Burford put home his 10th. It is 2-0 Fulham, and all we need to do is hang on for another 45 minutes, and we're going to a cup final. Not sure who it's going to be against. Haven't really been paying attention to the rest of the competition. We are solely focused on taking care of our business. Couple of minutes into this second half. Ross controlling in the midfield, trying to feed Guest. Kelly gets his foot in there. Magno picking up the loose ball. Back for Bichiabu. We'll pivot it around to Fresneda. Omega. Back for Craig Ross. Moving it to his right. Fresneda ahead. Omega. He's got men cutting forward, but he's going to hang on to it himself. Overtaken, though, by Dwight McNeil. McNeil playing it back for Ramiro. Sending it up the line. Fresneda keeping it in, but McNeil intercepting that header. Fresneda getting it back again. Ross looking for Guerrero. Can't find him. Jurashek finds Motor. Motor across. Fresneda gets a foot on it, but Fernandez coming clean into the middle. Raspadori, that's blocked, and Akahoman is going to put it behind for an Everton corner. Lots of back and forth. Not doing a fantastic job of keeping control of the ball in the midfield for either team. Unable to connect on that corner. Adam Kelly's going to drop it down. Play it to the left. Jurashek across. Magno will clear. Akhmedovich picking it up once again for the Toffees. And that is going to end the highlight. So obviously nothing good happened for Everton there. We are just about 30 minutes away from full time. It's still Fulham 2. Everton 0. Tom Burford picking up a yellow card. Omega's a little bit tired, so we're going to bring him off. Tony Soiree is going to come in, our 18-year-old from the U19 side. He's been having an absolutely monster season with the younger crowd. Afonso Moutinho will come in for Federico Guerrero, and those will be the 2 changes we will make. At this point, we're keeping an eye on Tom Burford. I think we're going to get him off just in case. We don't want any further trouble. Tyus Magno as well. Toshimitsu Endo for him. Burford will be replaced by Kim Young-suk. 4 total changes. We're going to keep 1 in reserve just in case we absolutely need it. Adam Kelly is probably Everton's best player. On a 6.5 means that we have done an amazing job against him. Morales, just a little bit too strong on that free kick. Trying to put Fulham up 3-0. Unfortunately, unsuccessful. We are going to make our final change of the match. Ivan Fresneda will make way for Daniil Denisov. Denisov has a little bit of an anger issue. tends to pick up a yellow card here or there. Hopefully he can keep his discipline, his state of mind together in these final couple of minutes. As full time has been achieved, Fulham hangs on to a 2-0 victory and a spot in the finals of the FA Cup. And I got to be excited for like 10 whole seconds. The final was going to be against Arsenal. They beat us in the FA Cup semi-final 2 years ago while we were still the championship side. We did beat them in the league for the first time ever earlier on this season. So we do have a chance. The winner gets a spot in Europe. Hopefully we can still earn that through the league. But we have a chance to win our first major trophy with Fulham Football Club on our Journeyman save. Yeah, we had the chance in Turkey. We gave that up to come to England. We did win the championship of the championship, but it was the championship of the championship. This is a big one, and we've got a shot. May 22nd, mark your calendars, 4 weeks and a couple of days from now. A shot at redemption at Wembley Stadium. The Gunners and the Cottagers meeting once again in the FA Cup. Well, if we achieve nothing else this season, at least the board's going to be happy that we did officially record a top half finish in the Premier League. We did it a year ahead of schedule. I think we were just supposed to be a mid-table team this year. We are in 5th place. We have 5 matches left to go. We are taking on Manchester United. We are taking on Liverpool. We have already relegated Bristol City. We have our final home match of the year against Brighton and Hove Albion, and we end the season on the road against Southampton before, of course, going to Wembley. The table, as far as we're concerned, has not changed heading into the Man United match. They are currently in 3rd place on 66 points. They are 5 points clear of us, and they do have a game in hand as well. The object now is not to try to catch the teams ahead of us, although that would be nice. It is to keep the teams behind us at bay. Chelsea, we do have a game in hand on them, but they are only 3 points behind us in 6th place. Sunderland in 7th with a game in hand again for us, but 5 points above them. As long as we hold off Brighton, I think we are going to be okay. And I do see at least 9 points in our final 5 matches. But of course, I said that the first time we were in the Premier League. Talles Magno is not going to be available because he can't play against his parent club. He is on loan to us from Manchester United. So Toshimitsu Endo is going to come in and be our left wing. Federico Guerrero is going to remain on the right-hand side with Emmanuel Omega up top. It'll be a midfield of Ross, Morales, and Burford. A back 4, Guest, Bichiabu. Jair giving Marvin Akahomen the day off. We are going to need him for this final run-in. Also, Ivan Fresneda is going to be on the right-hand side with Vladan Kovacevic in goal, who was so spectacular his last time out. Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed at the time we were going over the lineups, there was a grayed-out goalkeeper on the bench. Have no fear. I brought Sav Duncan in from our youth teams to ride the pine. Hopefully will not see the light of day in this match, because if something happens to Vladan Kovacevic, we are in big trouble. But so far, not a lot going on in this match. Man U enjoying the majority of the ball, the majority of the match momentum, and the majority of the shots on goal. And in fact, they get the majority of or the totality, I should say, of the highlights as Endrick is taken down in the box. And that was not good. And I think that was Jair, wasn't it? No, it was Craig Ross, it looks like. They have awarded the penalty, and it would make sense if Endrick was taking this one. No, it's going to be Marcus Rashford. Still bouncing around Old Trafford. And Rashford saved by Kovacevic. I forgot how good he was on those penalties. However, a Man U corner isn't much better. They are amazing on set pieces. Endrick looking near post. Bichiabu knocking it ahead before finally clearing it on the second attempt. Mason Mount will track it down and look to continue the attack. Enzo finds Badiashile back for Schutalo. And that is where the highlight is going to end. And it's going to turn into A Fulham highlight. Ross off of the throw and playing it for Morales, finding Endo, chesting it down and bringing it up that left-hand side. He's got Guest behind him. Endo, he pokes it past Lloyd, gets it himself, throws it far post, and Emmanuel Omega is there to drill home the header for goal number 16 on the year. Wow, what a play by Endo. I thought he was bottled up. He poked it up the sideline, gets past Lloyd with a burst of speed, crosses it far post. Emmanuel Omega is there. It looked like he had Tom Burford waiting for it as well. And Fulham leading this match 1-0. All important points. We are currently on 64. The victory, this is, I guess, our game in hand that we had against Chelsea and Sunderland. The victory will put us 6 points ahead of Chelsea. And at the half, that is your score, 1-0. The difference being Emmanuel Omega's goal in the 30th minute. Although one could argue the difference was Vladan Kovacevic's save on Marcus Rashford's penalty attempt just a minute before. All smiles coming out of the locker room for the second half. Can we keep up the intensity? On the corner, Marco Morales, Omega, save made and cleared away. It's going to be another corner attempt for Fulham. Omega looking for his bid for the brace. Morales sending this one in. Bichiabu can't get his head on it. Omega plays it to Endo. They're going to check goal line technology on an earlier play. But I've never seen goal line technology award a goal in Football Manager. If you've seen it, let me know in the comments, but I don't think it actually exists. 55 minutes played, still 1-0 Fulham, and we are once again in control of the ball. Omega in the midfield circle, moving it left to Alex Guest, ahead for Endo. Endo so strong in this match. What a through ball. He finds Omega, pokes it past Trubin, but he cannot get it on target. What a beautiful ball. Toshimitsu Endo is having the game to end all games. I mean, that's maybe an overstatement, but he has been playing incredibly well. Ball being controlled in the middle third. Up to Endrick. Manchester United with it. Shoot to low, pushing it wide. Endrick again. Does he have an outlet? Just shoot to low. Who's going to play it all the way back to Trubin. Keep the pressure up. We've played 63 minutes. Body Ashile into the middle. We'll turn it over to Morales. Omega wide for Endo. Gets past Lloyd once again. Endo with space into the middle. Omega. Burford in. Knocked away by Dalot, but picking up the loose ball is Emmanuel Omega. His second goal of the night. 17th on the year, and Fulham is cruising. Endo is on a yellow card, but he has just been playing so incredibly well that there is absolutely no way I'm taking him off. Now, Alfonso Moutinho is going to replace Federico Guerrero. We want to keep our legs as fresh as possible. Tom Burford will cede his position to Kim Young-suk as we make 2 changes. Make an impact out there, boys, as we confirm those subs with about 26 and a half minutes remaining in regulation. Of course, I want to proceed with the tactical changes after the goal. I made them after the goal. I did it on purpose. Emmanuel Omega is still in the match. Even though he is tired, he is sitting on a hat trick, but I do not want to risk it for personal glory. Omari Kellyman is going to come in there. Endo will cede his position to Harvey Vale, and Marco Morales will be replaced by Antonio Blanco as we make 5 more changes. We're even going to knock the tempo down. We're going to kick back a little bit on the pressing as well. Drop our line a touch. We're not giving up. We just are trying to waste time. So see if we can see out this final 10 minutes without giving up a goal to Manchester United. That would be absolutely huge. We are now only 2 points behind Man U for 3rd place in the Premier League. 5 minutes added on at the end, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but we are just a minute and a half away from the 2nd consecutive clean sheet from our backup goalkeeper. Ross will gather the loose ball. Jair playing it back. Kovacevic up for Ross. Fresneda moving it to the left. Blanco ahead for Kellyman. Kellyman has it knocked away by Enzo. Javi Guerra turning it over. Fresneda. Kim Young-suk dropping it for Jair. He will play it back to Kovacevic, wasting some time. 50 seconds remaining on the clock. Bichiabu to Guest up the left side. He's carrying it up the sideline, overtaken eventually by Mason Mount. Schutalo to his left, still holding on to it. Javi Guerra, Mason Mount. Looking to push forward is Manu. Diogo Dalot into the middle. Acosta, and I shouldn't have said anything. I jinxed it. Acosta with his 100th career goal, his 26th of the season for Manchester United, and in the waning moments, we give up the goal. I tempted fate. I said it too early. We did still hold on to the 2-1 victory. We are now sitting pretty with 4 matches left. Monday's episode could be supersized because we're going to bring you the match that decides our European fate and then the match that could decide our European fate. Could it be we play 3 matches just to figure out where we're going to be? Who knows? We'll figure that out on Monday. Thank you for all of your support. I appreciate all of the likes. I hope you added one to this video. All the subscriptions as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Until then, bye-bye.